Hello, everyone. My name's George Takyanos, founder of All Natural Strength. Oh, sorry, let's start again, Singe. Hello, everyone. My name's George Takyanos, founder of All Natural Health and Fitness Philosophy. And I've got some really exciting news for you guys. We're actually going to be hosting a transformation program that's going to go over about 6 months. It's going to be progressive introduction of health and fitness principles to help you achieve your your healthy weight goals, or your strength goals, or your wellbeing goals. And I have the pleasure of doing this with Singe and Miall. Singe's a good friend of mine, and I'll introduce you in a minute. Singe's also the founder of Keep Evolving. And I met Singe when I was actually experiencing cancer, and I was in my early 30s. I was 31 when I found out I had cancer. At that time, it spread through my whole body, so I probably had it for about a year, and it was just growing nicely within my body. And Singe was actually a huge part of my personal growth and my ability to build resilience through a very, very challenging time in my life. And ever since then, I've just been drawn to him because he's helped me evolve as a human being. He's helped me evolve my resilience, my confidence, my strength, my ability to tap into my creative energy, and just to be able to empower myself to create a life I love. And Singe now, it's quite nice for me to be able to return the favour, actually, because he's still a big part of my life and a big part of my experience on this planet, which I love. And now I'm going to be able to share some of my awareness, some things that I picked up during my experiences with cancer, with acquired brain injury, with obesity, which I've had, and a whole lot of other issues that come with that. And we're going to go on a journey, and you get to be a part of this. So, Singe, I'll hand over to you, mate. How do you feel about this and what we're going to be doing?
Yeah, good. Thanks, George. Well, I'm both excited and slightly nervous. Ever since this virus thing arrived, I've been working from home and spending more and more time working in front of the computer and more time drinking coffee and eating biscuits. And I've got to the point now where I've actually put on quite a lot of weight, much more than I want. And also I haven't been exercising enough. So the weight's gone up and the fitness has gone down, and I'm turning into a bit of a slobby old couch potato. And
Okay.
I'm also getting confronted a bit with my addictions to carbs and sugar and stuff like that. And
Okay.
I know that because yesterday they announced the new level 4 shutdown, which means we can do even less in Victoria.
Yeah.
And unless I do something, I think I'm going to have some serious health
Okay.
consequences.
Um,
I'm fully aware that of your experience of how you brought yourself back into good health, and
yeah.
I was around for part of that journey and witnessed that.
Yeah.
But also, it's nice for me to reach out to you for help, because in the past you've generally reached out to me for help.
Yeah, that's right. Well, it's nice to be able to give something back to you. So I'm really excited too, mate.
So I'm excited about doing this, but I'm also slightly nervous because, I've got some mindsets that I know aren't particularly healthy, that it's going to require a change in the way I move and exercise.
Yeah.
And also going to require, down the track, we'll address the nutrition side of it. But
Yeah.
some of that mindset is that I'm going to have to give up some of the things that I enjoy. And I know that's not healthy, and I know that's not the best way of looking at it.
Yeah.
But that's the current reality. So I'm really looking forward to working with you about how to cope, learn with that, shift that, and get to a point where I'm feeling energized and motivated, and I can feel proud of myself when I look in the mirror again.
Yeah, mate, that's yeah, all that's possible, all of it. And so I don't think just to give everyone a recap. So after my cancer, and I recovered back to fitness after having chemo, and part of my intestine was removed, and it was a pretty, for my body personally, that was quite, the chemotherapy is toxic and it killed every cell in the body, all the healthy ones as well as the cancerous ones. But then I also had surgery halfway through that. Part of my intestine was removed because the cancer had eaten through it. So that alone had its challenges that I worked through. And got to full health again. And a few months later, I ended up in hospital with a brain injury, which left me vegetated. And And when I did recover from that, and I chose to recover. And I was saying to myself, I will make a full recovery, and work towards it. And then that had its other experiences because I became quite obese then. I think at one point I went to 108 kilos with a 38-inch waist. And for my frame, that's massive. I think under obesity, I was categorized as a category 1 obese. And that had complications. My blood pressure was an issue. My resting heart rate was going up and so on. So, but the good news is today, I'm 43 today, and today I'm the fittest, strongest, healthiest I've ever been. So my resting heart rate the other day was 55. I sort of got down to 55. That's amazing, right? But on average, it's sitting about 59 beats a minute. And I'm energized the whole day. No more joint pains, no back. They've got no back pain. My muscles, my body feels amazing and energized. So what I'm sort of trying to demonstrate is you can get there, and you will get there. Right. And we're going to do it at a pace that you enjoy, and a pace that you can work into developing new behaviors that are sustainable for you, that you enjoy. So in terms of the things you love, you can still have those. You just can't have 20 of them. Have 1 or 2 regularly, right? So it's not about taking away from joy from life. It's about finding a balance that you still love, but it's not having a draining effect on you. And you're going to get there. And so we're going to do it together.
What you've got planned for me, George?
Okay, so for the core of it, it's really some really simple behaviour changes that we're asking for, and that you be consistent with them. So the key to any successful change, and whether it's behaviour change, and we can all do this. This is not something only a few have. We all have this capability within us. It's part of our DNA. It's within us. Is that we make small changes incrementally over time. That's the key to this.
Yeah.
Okay, so and really it's only the 2 key things, or there's 3 real things. It's around the mindset, the nourishment, and the movement. These are really the key things we're going to be looking at. But to start with, we're going to do things slowly. We're just going to, my first intention for you for the first couple of weeks is to encourage you to move your body more often throughout the day at home. It's using things around the house. I use stairs, I use the backyard, sometimes I'll use the kitchen bench. It just varies, what I feel like doing. But our home, the things around our house are all we need really to have a strong, fit, healthy body.
Right.
And the other reason we're doing this is
the gyms are closed now. We can't.
That's right, yeah.
And I'm gym adverse anyway. It's like.
Yeah, well, we don't need the gym.
I know. I've had bad experiences at gyms, and so what I'm looking forward to is something that I can do at home, or just going for a walk. We're actually allowed to go for a walk up to an hour a day at the moment.
Yeah.
So simple stuff, and at the moment, for me, is important is also that the gradient is not too steep, because if we can work it in such a way that the gradient means it stays in the enjoyable realm rather than hard work or stuff, and I particularly don't want to be too caught up in guilt if I miss a session or something like that, because that can be counterproductive for me as well. So
that's right, and so okay, that's really good, Singe. So these are good points to bring up. So number 1, whatever we do without judgment or expectations. There's no judgment or expectation here. I just want you to every day make some effort, some small effort of some kind.
Okay.
Because over time, that small amount of effort, even if that effort today is, do you know what? Instead of having 4 slices of toast with jam on them, today I'm only going to have 3. Whatever that is, just a little bit of effort every day. What happens is it's like a snowball effect. If we go slowly and just look for small opportunities to practice the movement, even if it's, intentionally I'm going to go up the stairs now, just because I want to go up the stairs once, that trains you to, it starts to pick up a bit of momentum, right? It trains you to think, well, okay, I'm just going to start integrating some movement in my day. Yeah. And before you realize, after doing this for a couple of weeks, you've naturally sort of created a habit of going up and down the stairs 5 or 6 times a day. That over 5 days, that's 25 times. Over 10 days, that's massive. You're looking at 50 times. If I said to you, you need to do 100 push-ups, whether you do 100 push-ups in a minute or 100 push-ups over the day, you've still done 100 push-ups. It's okay to do them over 10 days, do 10 a day. It's actually better for our body to do 10 a day rather than do 100 today and nothing for 10 days. when we get started, part one, the first things we're going to do, and we can even do it now, I need you to have a motivation that you're going to choose, which brings you back when you're feeling, because even I feel some days, so I feel I'd rather just sit down and watch a movie. But my motivation for me, that brings back to why I get up and move every day, is I know that if I do this, I'll be my best version of myself today. I'll be focused, I'll be resilient. It builds my resilience, my confidence, my focus. I also know from the sense that I want to be around to meet my grandkids and be here to support my kids on their experience. And I know to do that, I need to have a strong, fit, healthy body and a strong, healthy, present mind. And these are my two motivators I come back to. I will be my best today, and it'll keep me young and healthy so I can experience those experiences that I really want, which is meet my grandkids and be here for my kids.
Tell me how this is going to work, because we've decided that we're going to do a video every week, and you're going to check in with me about how I'm traveling, but you're going to judge the gradient, and we're going to post these videos on Facebook, and anyone can join in. Is that right?
That's right. It's accessible to anyone, and we're not going to charge for this. This is a no-cost program run over 12 months, over 6 months. Sorry, it's going to be 6 months. The idea is that over 6 months, you now have adopted, and now your default behaviors are these behaviors that create these healthy outcomes for yourselves, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. That's the goal for this, the intention, that we're setting. Yeah, so every week we're going to introduce a new concept. This week it's very simple. We're just going to introduce the program, and that actually the one thing I do want you to get this week, I just want you to focus on your motivation. That's all I want you to do this week. Focus on why you want to do this for yourself and the people that you love around you.
Anyone who's watching on and you want to come and play with us, have a think about what would motivate you to regain your health and fitness, particularly if, like me, you've been caught up by the virus, you've allowed yourself to lose some of the disciplines that you had, but you want to regain them under difficult conditions and worrying conditions. So what is it that motivates you? And it has to be strong enough to get you out of bed on a cold, grey, wet.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Morning, absolutely.
Wherever you live.
This is a 6-month program. We're going to go on an enjoyable pace, and it is going to be fun. It's going to be very creative, and it's all done with things around your house, inside your house, or in your backyard, or your front yard, or the little courtyard you share in the complex you're in. It's all accessible. No equipment required, no supplements, no special diets. There's no dieting here. It's just about healthy choices every day. And I'm excited. Thanks for doing this.
That's good. And George, I can't wait. Okay, so we'll be launching the next video in a week or so. I'll let you know what my motivation is. You'll let me know what the first set of exercises are.
Yeah,
perfect. And if you want to play along with us, join in. And the Facebook page will be great because you can post your comments and questions, and George will be answering those. And you can watch me evolve from fat slobby into super healthy.
Beautiful.
Okay, George.
Thanks,
See you
later. I'm excited. See you, mate. Bye. Have a good day. See ya.